Hello, my fellow speakers. This is Brian, the Speaker for the Dead, coming to you with what I hope to be a quick video, but given the subject matter, you never know. But there have been concerns raised on my channel and on a couple of my videos by different people, but one from a new subscriber today, and I wanted to address it. I've addressed it in other videos before, but usually as a combination in response to other things or as part of a larger discussion. And I wanted to focus in on this like a laser right now, so that in the future when people have concerns or want to know how I feel about things and where my channel goes, they can come straight to this video, watch this, and then decide, is this the place for me? Because being a speaker for the dead to me means speaking the truth. Means I'm going to tell you the truth about what I think, what I feel, regardless of any outside external views or opinions. I am my own person. I have my personal views, and but I like to listen to other people's views as well. And that's one of the biggest reasons I started this channel, was to have that open dialogue with people about all subjects. I don't limit my channel to just entertainment or just comedy or just science fiction or just politics, or it runs the spectrum. I do not limit myself, because that's a foolish thing to do, in my opinion. Life is not limited. I'm not a limited individual. I have many, many layers. I'm like an onion, so as Shrek would say. Anyway, I want to explain to you what happens here. I call it as I see it, based on my personal views, my background, my religious faith, everything about me. But I don't do it as in your face, attacking you, attacking your beliefs, going after your doctrines, going after your likes and dislikes. I say it just to start an open discussion, and that's what this is all about. If you get offended by something you hear on my channel, that's on you, not on me. I never come here and never start a video with the intent to be offensive. So if you find offense in something that I'm saying, that's on you, not on me, because that is never my intention. So I want to get that out of the way right now. I have my views and my opinions, and you have yours, and I respect that. And discuss it with me. If you find that you're in absolute disagreement with me, open that dialogue, have that discussion. That's what this is for. That's why I started this. I didn't start this just to talk at you. That's one of the biggest problems in our country right now. We're all talking at each other. We're not talking to each other anymore. I want the comments. I want your interaction on my live streams and on my videos. Thumbs up, thumbs down. If you thumbs down a video, don't just thumbs down it. Tell me why you thumb downed it. That's a weird way to say that. So that I know where you're coming from, and I can either explain where I am coming from, or maybe trying to help you understand what I meant. So that there aren't disagreements and we don't start off on the wrong foot. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's okay to agree to disagree. And you can disagree without being disagreeable. But I get very passionate about things sometimes. And sometimes emotion gets the better of me. And sometimes I'm going to say something in the heat of the moment that you might think, well, that's just crazy. So talk to me about it. Don't just assume. As my driver's ed teacher used to tell me, anytime you assume, if you break that word apart, you make an ass out of you and me. So I won't assume, and if you don't assume, then this can be great. We can talk and understand one another, but I want to be open with you, and I have in all my other videos where I've discussed this. I am a conservative, but not in the sense you probably think. You see, that's the problem. That word has been so twisted up and turned inside out by people who have no idea what a conservative is, that it's become a negative term. A lot like liberal or progressive or whatever. It's very rarely ever gets defined by the people who actually believe in that ideology one way or the other. It's always defined by their enemies. And what a foolish way to allow our views to be viewed by others. So I want you to understand that I come at this from, as I said, conservative point of view, but I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. If I'm anything, I would say I'm more libertarian than anything else. I believe in freedom. Freedom is the paramount concern for me. The freedom to voice our opinions, to disagree, to find common ground, to do the right thing. I believe in very strict morals. I believe that there is things that are right, there are things that are wrong. And if I see something wrong, I'm going to call it out. Now, you may disagree with me. That's okay. That's fine. And you're going to hear me talk about things like that. But here's my problem. Things like Antifa, white supremacy, the KKK, all SJW politics, woke politics, and identity politics are all relatively new. They've been around for a long time, but those terms haven't. They're new to our lexicon. In the last 10 years, that's when we've really been beat over the head with those terms. And those things are being injected into our entertainment. And to me, those things are a plague. They are a virus. No different than any other extremist views. And that's what they are to me, extremist. They are, you agree with me, or I hate you. I don't want you to be able to talk. You can't think. You can't do anything. You have to agree with me. You have to agree that gay marriage is okay. Well, I don't agree that gay marriage is okay. Do I care that gay people get married? Nope. You see, that's where the problem is. That's not a government issue. That's a personal issue. If your religion allows you to get married as a homosexual couple, more power to you. But I don't like it when people change the meanings of words to suit their particular group. I don't like it when any group, no matter how big or how small, takes their views and attains special rights and status for themselves that other people don't have. And that's what I see that identity politics and wokeness is doing. It's elevating certain groups over other groups. And anytime we do that, it's dangerous. The Nazis elevated themselves above other groups, and look what happened. The communists elevated themselves above other groups, and look what happened. The absolute capitalists elevate themselves above other people, and see what happens. We have monopolies. We have hoarding of wealth and resources. You see, I'm not one or the other. And it will be very hard for you to pin me down on what I actually am. The only thing I truly believe in is a moral code. Right is right, wrong is wrong, and very, very rarely is there any gray area between those things. Now, does that mean I'm going to sit in judgment and condemnation over you? Absolutely not. It's not my responsibility. It's not my job. But if you try and push your beliefs on me and force me to agree with you, I will fight you every step of the way till my dying breath. I don't force my beliefs on anyone else, and I do not allow other people to force their beliefs on me, no matter what those beliefs are. I believe that if your ideas are great and good, then show me how they work. Show me what fruit comes from the tree you've planted. And if it's good, then I'll be on your side. And if it's bad, I won't be. But I don't shy away from these things, but I don't make an entire channel in just calling this stuff out either. So you can go and look at my videos. I only call it out when I see it. If I see too much conservatism on one side to where it looks like it's leaning too heavy one way, I'll call it out that way. But when was the last time you saw a film that had too much conservatism in it? It doesn't happen because conservatives are shunned in Hollywood. To find a conservative movie is nearly impossible. And if you do find them, they're usually Christian films that I don't particularly care for either. And I'm a Christian. But they're so heavy on browbeating people with Christianity, I don't care for that either. You see, it goes both ways. And I call it out on both sides. My wife and my family, they love those Christian films that just slap you in the face with Christianity. Which, Christianity's not a bad thing. But when you're heavy-handed about it, and that's the whole point of your whole film, You see, I don't like that any more than I like somebody telling me how transgenders are okay, and if you don't date one, well, you're a racist, bigot, homophobe. If I choose not to date somebody who's transgendered, that's my own freaking choice and right and freedom to do so, and you have no right to call me names for having opinions and feelings on things. I don't do that to others. The only time I get upset and offended is when someone tries to push their views on me. So I'm making this video not as a, ooh, Brian's intolerant and this is the only way it is. I'm saying I'm open to discussion. That's why I'm here. If I wasn't open to discussion, I wouldn't ask for comments. I wouldn't ask for you to be part of this. I'd just be telling you like it is, like so many do. I hate people like, hate's the strong word. I dislike people like Sean Hannity. I dislike people on the left that do the same thing that Sean Hannity does. They're divisive. Everything like that is intended to divide us. Our politics are so divided today, and that's the way they want us. They don't want us together. They don't want us talking. They don't want us speaking to each other and being reasonable and rational, because if we're reasonable and rational, they can't get away with the crap that they've been getting away with forever and ever and ever. You know, in ancient times, they built the Colosseums in the Roman Empire to distract the people from their misery. Give them games, was what was said. And as long as the people were entertained and distracted, who cares what's happening behind the scenes? Who cares that the government's become so corrupt you can't even hardly believe it? And that's the problem. Both sides are corrupt, absolutely. And if you don't think they are, you're not paying attention. Because they're both trying to take us to the same place. Authoritarianism. They both want to control everything we do. They just have different views on how to get there. But they're both going to the same place. And it's neither of those places, or that place that they're trying to both take us to, isn't anywhere we want to go. At least that's my opinion. And I watch the Democrats, and I'm disgusted. I watch the Republicans, I'm disgusted. But I'm going to call it out for truth being what it is. Now, you don't have to agree with me, as I've said before. And that's where I'll leave it. But for me to sit idly by and not call out something on a video or in a movie or in a song or in something else that I feel is a bad thing and that will ultimately lead to bad things in our country or in the world, well, I wouldn't be a true speaker for the dead if I did that. I can't sit in silence while something I think is wrong is being perpetrated upon people. I don't have to become a crazy person and see those things in everything, like some are doing. I like Gary on Nerdrotic. I think he has a good channel, but I agree with the fact that he seems to be dwelling on that almost more than anything else. Like I said, though, the problem is that stuff is being pushed so heavily and so hard right now, it's hard not to see it everywhere. So just understand that. You can't blame one side for calling it out when the other side is doing nothing but pushing those things. You see, it's kind of a tug of war. And if you want to, and if you don't want to be a part of that, stop pulling. Stop pulling for one side or the other. I'm not pulling for either side. I'm just trying to speak the truth. So that's the way I feel about things. That's how I come at things on my channel. I will call stuff out. You don't have to agree with me. You can just ignore those parts if you want to. But I'm going to discuss anything that I think is relevant to our entertainment, to our lives, to our religions, to our politics, to everything. Because that's what Speakers for the Dead did. In the books Orson Scott Card wrote, the Speakers for the Dead spoke the truth about those who had passed on. I took that concept to the next level. The fact that you should speak truth about everything that you're talking about. You should give your true opinions, tell people who you really are. I would much, much rather be hated for something that I am than to be despised for something I'm not. So I will tell you the truth. And you may not like the truth that I tell you, but at least you'll know who I am, where I stand, and what I believe about things. So that's what you can expect on this channel. And if you're not okay with that, it's okay. Go in peace, and I wish you all the happiness and success wherever you find your entertainment news and your opinion. But know that on this channel, you're valued. Your opinion's valued. And I'll never just crap all over you. Unless you attack me. If you attack me, I will defend myself, as anybody should be allowed to do. And if you're vile and nasty, you will be blocked on my channel, and you will not be allowed to be part of it. This is not going to be a place of bitterness and divisiveness and hatred. If you want that stuff, turn on any news channel in this country and you'll get plenty. But I don't want that here. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please feel free to subscribe, like, and share this video. And like I said, from now on, I will link people who are worried about this and want to know what I'm going to be doing on my channel directly to this video. Now, there's a lot of things I can't say in a short video. Yeah, 15 minutes, short video. Welcome to my channel. It's a complicated topic, and it's a big topic. And so to cover it in a very short period of time, I've tried to hammer out the basics as best as I can for this video. I'm on the road this week, as you can tell. I'm in my truck, so I'm limited on what I can and cannot do. So thank you for watching, and we will talk to you next time. Bye now.